there's a hush in the atmosphere, a whispered secret on the cusp of revelation. Picture a day on the calendar that doesn't merely flip by like any other page, but rather glistens with divine potential. That day is March 25th, an unassuming date for many, yet a day that can turn the tables in ways you'd never expect. It's like walking into a room and finding an ancient door you've never noticed before, adorned with mysterious engravings beckoning you to push it open. On the other side lies something that could transform your life in ways you can scarcely fathom. You might be thinking, come on, isn't that just a load of hot air? But hold your horses. You'd be surprised how many religious traditions and astral observations converge around this precise moment. It's no accident that March 25th has for centuries been considered a date of spiritual openings, moral turning points, and cosmic signals. This year, the cosmic forecast for March 25th is stirring up talk of unusual synergy between Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter. These energies can light a fire under your ambitions or highlight issues in your life begging for resolution. In simpler terms, you may face a choice. Do you seize the day, coincidentally, or not so coincidentally, an aligned day in the heavens, and pivot toward destiny? Or do you cling to old habits like a cat on a hot tin roof, afraid of a leap? As the idiom goes, no time like the present. And March 25th is the present that's wrapped and waiting for you to open it. On March 25th, these planets form aspects, think of them as angles or relationships, that can magnify or mitigate one another's energy. If you've ever sensed an invisible hand guiding you, or felt your soul tugged in directions that defy ordinary logic, you're not alone. Countless souls around the world know they were created for a calling larger than daily grind and routine. They carry a spark, the mark of the chosen. And around March 25th, that spark can burst into flame. The reason? A planetary alignment that many believe thins the veil between God and us, making it easier to receive divine nudges, powerful revelations, and opportunities that might otherwise pass under the radar. Think of the cosmos as a grand clock ticking away, each planet moving through its own orbit in perfect time. On March 25th, the gears line up in a rare configuration, sending reverberations across the spiritual realm like a drumbeat heard in the distance. For those in tune with this rhythm, it's a clarion call. In simpler terms, this day is your cosmic wake-up call to step into the fullness of what you've been designed to do. God Himself may be handing you an extra push, an energy surge that shakes off fear and doubt, lighting your path with uncommon clarity. Yet here's the kicker. The road to destiny always comes with choices. Free will, that timeless gift from God, is still in play. You can feel the push, see the signs, and still say, "No thanks, I'll stick to the status quo." But as the idiom warns, you snooze, you lose. Doors can swing shut as quickly as they open. If you're too wrapped up in skepticism or denial, you may miss the boat entirely. On the other hand, if you keep your eyes peeled and your spirit open, you could find yourself riding a wave of unexpected opportunities. One such blessing, rumored to peak on March 25th, is the Abundance Gate. Some describe it as a fleeting portal through which divine favor flows like a mighty river. Instead of trickling blessings, you experience a torrential downpour that can drench your life with breakthroughs. Be it financial windfalls, relationship restorations, or spiritual upgrades. But while the gate may stand wide open, you are still the one who must walk through it. As the idiom goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. If you turn a blind eye, letting doubt or apathy steer you, you'll simply remain outside that flow. That's not to say March 25th will magically fix all your problems. Challenges can still lurk in the shadows and new tests may appear. Some opportunities will show up disguised as hard work, or they might spark inner conflicts that demand resolution. But don't let that twist your arm into backing down. Remember that a tested faith often emerges stronger than steel. You may feel like a caterpillar painfully pushing out of a cocoon, but the wings you'll gain are well worth the effort. So, how do you recognize these surprise openings? The first step is spiritual alertness, staying as watchful as a hawk on a fence post. Maybe a friend calls you out of the blue with a job lead, or someone recommends a book that answers the very question nagging at your heart. Or perhaps you feel a sudden surge of inspiration to tackle a dream you've shelved for years. These nudges might seem coincidental, but around March 25th, coincidences often carry a signature from above. The second step is to take practical action. While you might receive bursts of divine insight, they won't amount to a hill of beans if you refuse to roll up your sleeves. As the saying goes, God helps those who help themselves. So, if your gut tells you an opportunity is tailor-made for you, pursue it with all the passion you can muster. Submit that application. Make that phone call. Draft that proposal. Whatever it takes to partner with the grace being offered. The final step is faith-filled openness. Sometimes your own mind becomes the biggest obstacle, swirling with doubts like a brewing storm. You may wonder, why would God choose me? Or, what if I step out and fail? But faith is about trusting that if God put a call in your heart, He also planted the seeds of success. If the Almighty is giving you a nudge, it's because He sees a path forward, even if it's hidden from your limited view. Where there's a will, there's a way. And God's will for you is not to remain stuck in mediocrity, but to flourish in your divine mission. As March 25th approaches, carve out moments to be still, to pray, or to reflect, whichever spiritual practice resonates with you. Ask for discernment. Show me, God, what I need to see. Let me be swift to obey your leading. Perhaps you'll experience a gentle confirmation in your spirit, like a soft inner whisper saying, yes, move in this direction. Or maybe you'll encounter a vivid dream that practically shouts its meaning. When you sense that green light, don't dither. Act. Free will remains the linchpin of this entire experience. You are not a puppet on cosmic strings. If you walk away, God won't force you to accept blessings or face transformations you don't want. This is the ultimate test, to choose on your own accord. A date like March 25th may offer a golden ticket, but you decide whether to redeem it. So, if you've ever felt singled out by destiny, or if the world sometimes seems too small for your God-sized dreams, consider March 25th your signal flare. An unseen hand may be swinging wide the gates of abundance, offering clarity, direction, and the power to break old chains. the veil between heaven and earth looks set to part just enough for you to glimpse the vast possibilities waiting on the other side. Will you let fear and inertia keep you circling the same old mountain? Or will you forge ahead into the promised land of opportunity? The answer hinges on your own free will, tested by the one who gave it. It's an invitation extended only to those willing to take that leap. As an old idiom advises, strike while the iron is hot. And rest assured, on March 25th, that iron is glowing with the heat of divine favor. You've been called. The day is coming. The gate is opening. Don't let this moment slip through your fingers like sand. Recognize the unexpected when it knocks, and step boldly through that door to claim what's been earmarked for you. May this message reach you in time for the appointed hour, so that when March 25th dawns, you'll be ready. Heart aflame, eyes wide open, soul prepared to say yes to the unimaginable. Go forth, chosen one. Your moment is at hand. Ever watch a movie where the hero stumbles upon a hidden door that's always been there but never noticed? That's the feeling you might get on March 25th. Maybe you get a phone call about a job opportunity, or a friend shares an idea that lights a spark in you. These chance encounters, or coincidences, might be divine breadcrumbs leading you toward a path you didn't even know existed. Your job is to walk through that door, or at least peek inside. Fear may rear its head, but remember the idiom, fortune favors the bold. If you sense the nudge is genuine and lines up with your core convictions, why not take the plunge? The external blessings, like promotions, finances, or love life expansions. March 25th carries a quieter, deeper invitation, a nudge to grow in your faith. The why behind this is part biblical tradition, part mystical timing. Some devout believers note that around late March there's a sense of renewal, echoing the budding spring. In many parts of the world, this season can mirror the blossoming of the soul. You might experience an epiphany about your purpose, or a wave of compassion for a person or cause you used to overlook. As the idiom goes, still waters run deep. Beneath the hustle and bustle, there's a call to reflect on your spiritual bearings. Are you harboring grudges like hoarded junk in a basement? Have you shelved your moral compass for convenience? This day may serve as a gentle nudge or a firm shove to recalibrate your spiritual trajectory. Let's not sugarcoat it. With great opportunity comes great responsibility, and occasionally, a side of drama. While March 25th can bloom with blessings, it can also throw curveballs that challenge your resolve. When cosmic forces intensify, you might feel like a reed trembling in the wind, hypersensitive to every slight, every shift in mood. Your emotional thermometer can swing from cool as a cucumber to hot under the collar in record time. If you sense tension brewing in a relationship or workplace setting, be on your guard. As the idiom says, don't let the tail wag the dog. Keep a lid on knee-jerk reactions. A well-timed pause, maybe a moment of prayer or reflection, can keep a small disagreement from erupting into a full-blown feud. Jupiter loves to expand, but it doesn't always know when to call it quits. If you're predisposed to saying yes to every invitation, or you've got a track record of biting off more than you can chew, watch out. Around March 25th, the fear of missing out might amplify. tempting you to juggle a zillion tasks at once. That's like trying to swim across the ocean with a backpack of bricks. Doable? Probably not. Keep an eye on Saturn's caution. Slow down, soldier, or you'll run out of steam. Faith encourages wise stewardship. You can't run on empty forever. If you're pushing yourself beyond your limits, ask, what's driving me? Often, the fear of not measuring up or a desire for approval can masquerade as unstoppable ambition. But the best laid plans can crumble if they're built on shaky motives. Mercury, the planet of communication, can sometimes stir up a hornet's nest of misunderstandings when it's in tight aspect with fiery energies. It's as if you're trying to talk underwater. Words get garbled, intentions are misread, and feelings are bruised. If you've ever had an argument that left you thinking, how on earth did this even start? You know the drill. The advice here is, be clear, be kind, and be patient. If you sense a conversation is going south, take a breather. As the idiom goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. While we won't wade too deep into biblical characters, it's worth noting that many faith traditions observe March 25th as a day brimming with sacred possibility, often tied to announcements of life-altering events. Let's just say it's a day historically linked with the notion of fresh starts, divine messages, and turning the page. Translated, March the 25th can be the perfect day to check your moral compass, align your heart with higher values, and reaffirm your commitment to something bigger than yourself. Maybe that means deciding to forgive someone who wronged you. Or perhaps it involves stepping forward to help a neighbor in crisis. In short, it's about walking the talk, putting faith into action. After all, as it is said, actions speak louder than words. Not every transformation comes with bells and whistles. Sometimes the big miracle is an internal one. A renewed mind, a softened heart, a lifted burden you've been dragging around. On March 25th, you might simply wake up feeling more connected to your faith, more at peace with your past, or more eager to offer forgiveness. These shifts might not generate fireworks, but they're often more potent in the long run. If you have such an experience, cherish it, journal about it, guard it like a precious pearl. Life may swirl around you with all its demands, but that inner glow can serve as an anchor during future storms. Much like the aftertaste of a rich meal, the influence of March 25th doesn't vanish the minute the clock strikes midnight. You might feel the ripple effects for days, weeks, or even months. Think of it as planting a seed on the 25th and watching it sprout long after. If you experience a surge of blessings, don't gloat or take it for granted. Cultivate a heart of humility. Use your windfalls, whether financial, relational, or spiritual, to bless others. If you encounter a season of trial, remind yourself that trials often precede triumph. Lean on your faith, anchor yourself in prayer, and reach out to community. The 25th may have kick-started a process you need to see through. The cosmos and the spiritual realm can be unpredictable. You might find that certain events triggered on the 25th continue to unfold in waves, like a story with multiple chapters. Stay the course. As the idiom warns, don't throw in the towel just because the going gets tough. True transformation takes time and consistent effort. Without diving too deep into personal names, I've come across folks who had their entire trajectory shift around March 25th, like clockwork. One individual faced a critical health crisis and found not only physical healing, but also an emotional and spiritual renewal, pinpointing March 25th as the day they felt a holy hush of peace wash over them. Another battled joblessness for months, only to receive 3 job offers in the same week, with interviews all culminating around, guess when, March 25th. They attributed it to a mix of hard work, prayer, and cosmic timing. Now, is that guaranteed for everyone? Of course not. But as we say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Before we part ways, let's underscore something crucial. No cosmic alignment or special date overrides your free will or the sovereignty of the divine. You're still the pilot. March 25th is just a day when the wind might be blowing especially strong in a certain direction. Whether you hoist your sails or stay anchored in the harbor, that's entirely up to you. If you decide to lean into this date, do so with a humble heart and an eager spirit. Embrace the unknown and trust that your life story is not a random scribble, but a carefully composed narrative, replete with twists, turns, and triumphs. Where you see chaos, God or the universe may see opportunity. Where you feel fear, the cosmic synergy might offer courage. Where you sense stagnation, March 25th might sprinkle the seeds of rebirth. March 25th is fast approaching. Let this be the day you shake off the dust, the day you gather your courage and your faith, the day you step into the next level of your journey. The stars might twinkle with extra vibrance. The spiritual realm might hum with expectancy, but ultimately, the choice rests with you. The planets can align till the cows come home. But if you don't align your heart, you'll miss the boat. So gear up, stay prayed up, keep your wits about you, and leap into March 25th with both feet. As the idiom goes, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Embrace the day. Own the day. Let faith and astronomy partner to guide your steps and open your eyes. And when you cross the threshold from the 24th to the 25th, remember, you're not alone, you're not insignificant, and you're definitely not here by mistake. You've been nudged to read this, to glean insights, and to consider that maybe, just maybe, March 25th is the divine appointment you've been waiting for. Godspeed on your journey, and may the synergy of heaven and earth light your path like a blazing torch in a midnight sky. Amen and amen.